We are live. Let me get the link here for everyone. Oh, I also set up the new channel. We're not going to stream from it right now because I have to YouTube has to verify us. But next couple streams will all be on they'll all be on the Rejects YouTube channel. YouTube has to verify us. So let me get this.
Shit. Wow, we're official.
Yep. All right. It's sent out. So we're gonna have people pouring in. Um, Before they get in here, I know I've got a couple people that are going to watch this on feedback, so I might as well get started on with the introduction here. So I'm your host, Fallen here. This is me, and I'm joined today by a couple of guys. How about Matt? You start us out here.
Hello.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I was gonna let. Actually, I'll introduce y'all. How about that? So we've got Colts user Matt. He's 12-2 here. He's rocking up a successful campaign. We're joined today by Milky. What's up, Milky?
Hey man, how's it going?
Yeah, Milk's 12-3. He's gonna win his division over there in the NFC, and then we got the lonely, the yellow that's in the wild card. Trevor, what's up, Trevor?
How's it going? Wild card, but Super Bowl back.
All right, and you're joined today by the greatest Madden podcast in the world. Let's get it started. So, first quarter here. We're gonna be doing some game recaps here. I highlighted 4 of them, and you're gonna see one playing in the background throughout the podcast. As we highlighted the Arizona and Seattle. That's playing here. That was a close game. So pretty much this game ended with a Seattle or with a Arizona win 31-25. Arizona still was more than likely going to win their division there, but that win all about sealed it. Big tough hard win. How about you, Milky? This was the game you played in. What do you think about that one, especially with Seattle? You might be a playoff preview coming in.
Yes, sir. That was definitely one of the toughest matchups we had in the season, but we went into Seattle, hostile environment, did what we had to do. Huge confidence booster walk going into playoff time.
Especially,
it wasn't one of the hard
go ahead, Matt.
It was a cupcake for sure.
Yeah, Seattle was definitely looking to. I believe this was Russell Wilson's first game back from suspension, so he was looking to play pretty well. Seattle, this is a team that was kind of creeping around, and they sort of hit their stride here in the second half of the year, and they're gonna probably end up locking up one of these playoff spots. Is going to be between them and Bucks as we go forward here, but nonetheless, I think Seattle's a team that you're going to probably have to end up playing in the first round if everything shakes up. So that'll be an interesting rematch, especially with it only being a one-possession game. Kyler Murray's looking strong, though. How do you think he played in that game?
He made a couple mistakes, but he's still rookie quarterback at the end of the day, even though he's up there in the top 2 for MVP race. He's each week just better and better, man. That's all you can ask for. He's just getting better and better.
Yeah, and especially with him being in the MVP race, there's a lot of other notable players up there, but maybe Kyler can end up winning it. Matt or Trevor, do you guys have any thoughts on some of the MVP race going on there?
To be honest, I think it's a lock for Carson Wentz. I think he's got it in the bag, unless Kyler stat pads like 7 touchdowns in 2 games.
Yeah, there's no competition, honestly.
Oh,
Unless
wow,
the
that's
cards
surprising.
want to get fined. Not even close.
Not even close. Not even close. We'll see. I mean, I'm still thinking. I still think Kyler's still got a shot to win it now. I mean,
Can I chime in real quick?
go ahead, Coach.
One thing I'll say, it 100% deserves to go to Carson Wentz. If you look at the touchdown to interception ratio alone, he's having one of the best seasons ever.
So, are you forfeiting your MVP if he somehow wins it?
Yeah, I think we should
No,
take that.
I'm just saying I'm gonna leave it up to the committee, whoever votes for it. I don't really know how it works, to be honest with you, but
I think it's just Madden flips a coin, and they just decide.
we'll say I won't be
I
mad
think
if I
the
don't
coach
win
is doing
because he
better.
definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
You guys are just lucky for started like 10 games.
We'll see.
So
We'll see. Going on to the next MVP candidate here, we've got Philly. How about Philly? The Giants. Big talk coming in. The Giants. Oh, I can beat Eagles. I can beat Eagles. We'll see again here coming up next week. But their last matchup that happened about a week or two ago, we've got Philadelphia. Oh man, they pistol whipped the Giants in this one. 37 to
hold
37 to 28. How about a coach?
37-28. You think?
Or sorry, 37-18. 37-18.
Okay,
I was
Let me
generous.
tell you right now. The game was 12-16, like late in the third quarter, and he turned it on. I turned the ball over 6 times and still only lost.
Turned it on.
So what you're saying is you showed your true colors.
he could keep up.
No, I had a couple overthrows. I had 3 fumbles. If I don't turn the ball
It
over
looked
that
like
much,
he didn't
the
play
game,
full the whole game.
he had like
He
3
played
one-play
100%.
touchdowns. I'm just saying next time it's gonna be closer. I tell you that much. I couldn't stop the run.
Well, yeah, he's not going to care.
Yeah,
Week
I'm just
17,
saying it's not gonna be the
I would hope
same.
it was closer. You would hope.
I'm just letting you know, like it was the entire game was close, and he had a couple like big touchdowns, and I had a couple turnovers, which got it out of hand. But the entire game was real close, and he didn't say this out to be nice. He knew himself that like, hey, it was it was a lot closer than the score said.
Did he know that, or
Did he, or
No,
did
he
he
said
just
it,
say
he
that
said
to
it.
make you feel better because he's a really humble guy?
Nah,
He is a good
nah.
So what about Eagles? I know Eagles has been beating the doors off everyone. What about Eagles makes him? He's had a lot of convincing wins. Some people are saying he's played a soft schedule, but I mean, everyone he's played, he's beaten.
I'll give you.
What about
short and sweet.
Eagles makes him so good?
Short and sweet. He doesn't make mistakes. In the one game he lost, what did he do?
Turn the ball over.
Every other game, doesn't turn the ball over. Beat the doors off cats. It's pretty simple.
Yeah,
But
I mean
hard at the same time.
everyone's like, oh, I lost to so and so, blah 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 blah, but they don't look at the good old turnover differential. Jake Witt, he's forced the most turnovers in the league, and he's had the least in the league, and that's why he's been the number 1 team so far this year.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's why the Colts are so good this year. It's such a good turnover differential. We don't turn over that much.
Tooting your own horn.
No, I'm just saying that's probably one of our main reasons. 19 turnover differential. Because we're not explosive on offense with Brissett. We got to play a different way. Some good things work behind there, but
Well,
he leads the squad.
Well, if you want to talk about your team some more, I highlighted another one. This is a potential Super Bowl matchup. We had Indy and New Orleans here. You came out with a big win over that New Orleans team. That is
They can play in the Super Bowl. I said I don't think they can play in the Super Bowl.
Indy and
but
New
that'd be
Orleans
insane.
can. You played New Orleans the other week, right?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, talk a little bit about that game there.
That one was a tough one. I mean, we had 2 touchdowns. One was like an 80-yard run. Another one was a pick 6, but it was kind of grindy. Offense didn't do too well, but I mean, we came out and won. I don't know. We just had a lot of consecutive stops. And that really got us from like the 3rd to the 4th because he could have easily pulled away. But he choked the 12-point lead going into the 4th.
So he blew it.
17 unanswered. He did.
Is
I bet he's mad
he?
about that one.
You think he's as
I don't
good?
think he
Do you think
played
he's
that
living up to that 2 seed in the NFC level? I mean, you're the number 1 seed in the AFC, but does he live up to the same caliber as us AFC guys? Or are you thinking the NFC? Not so much. What are you
I think
thinking here?
he's the top 3 roster, so that's really a big deal in that. But I think he does deserve to be a 2. Jake Witt's on his own level, though.
Okay. Anyone else have any thoughts on that one? Milky?
I agree with him.
You think Jake
100%.
Witt's on
Got a
his
good
own level?
roster, good coach. What more do you
Deserves to be
need?
number 2.
He's where he should be. I'll put it that way.
Trevor,
Anyone
any
can win
thoughts on this one?
Any game can go.
I think Swayze gets a lot more. He's a lot better than people give him credit for. People think he's made by his team, which his team definitely is a factor. But I think he's better than people lead on to be. I don't think he's as good as Milky. I think Milky and Wealthy and me or Matt, anybody else with the Saints would probably run away with the Super Bowl favorite along with Jake Witt. But I think he still's got enough. I think he deserves more credit. I'm being honest.
So you're saying Mr. Swayze actually deserves more credit?
Mm.
Yes, sir.
He's got the best offense in the league.
Yeah, he really does. I think Kamara and Michael Thomas is just two insanely good weapons. When he's not throwing it to Michael Thomas, which is hardly ever, he's
The
breaking a huge run with Kamara.
Eagles have the second best offense and the third best defense. Damn.
Yeah, you got with the Saints, it's basically pick your poison. Can't stop them both.
His stretch was absolutely murdering me.
That's what Kamara's what he does.
Clutch. We had like 4 straight punts in that at one point in that. Just back into it. We got like short fields. Really helped.
I will
Yeah,
say, if any NFC team listening, if you match up with him in the playoffs, if you can somehow, some way, find a way to at least slow both of them down, you'll have a very good chance.
Yeah.
I would take some time and watch that Colts game, see what he did there in the second half to shut him down.
I think one thing about Swayze is once you get pressure on him, the pressure's on. I think he's really
Yeah.
prone to mistakes. I think he's
I would
prone to.
definitely say you force him to pass. That's your best strategy to go about.
Yeah, I totally agree. Now about Chargers, another team that people think could be a pretender. Do you think Quasi's earned his record? Because he wasn't there for most of it, but he still has knocked around a couple kids since he joined in. Do you think Quasi deserves to be where he is?
It's hard to say he earned his record when he wasn't there most of the year, but I don't know.
I'll
It's just really
say
hard to say.
we'll find out.
Yeah.
Guess we got another game here with some playoff implications that went down earlier. We got Bills versus Pats, and looks like the Pats played spoiler a little bit and won 41-38 in a close game there. And looks like Bills are on the brink of not making the playoffs now.
Yeah, it's definitely sad for the
Hey guys,
NFC.
I think the stream cut
10,
down.
11 wins is going to miss.
The stream cut off.
Did it?
Well,
Yeah. I had it in my laptop and it ended. It's like a 2-minute 53 video. It just ended. So Fallen.
So
So someone
Fallen's
needs
in
to.
here.
I mean, we don't have the thing to. We don't have the thing to live cast it.
Where's Fallen at?
He's talking to his roommate or something.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm back.
the stream's still going
Fallen,
on. What are you
it cut
looking
off.
at? The
It is
stream's still going on.
What? It stopped on mine. It says it's done on mine.
Oh, no,
He
we're
said
still up.
stream is on. Trevor's dumb.
It says it's 2:53. That's it's done. It's not live or anything.
It's literally live.
What the fuck?
Technical difficulties. Some
It's still live
some
for me.
idiot we
so-
know.
I can take a picture of it. Can I get another link?
I
Cause my
didn't really care, to be honest.
Right.
Where were we? We were just talking about the Bills and Pats game with playoff implications there.
Yeah, Pats beat him by 2 or 3 scores.
Yeah,
How about
crazy
that?
how NFC's gonna have like 10 to
Slowly
11
dwindling.
NFC's gonna have 10 to 11 wins and no playoffs. Like Wealthy, he can win 11 games, not make playoffs. And an 8-8 team might make it in the NFC.
Yeah. I mean, that can segue us into our second quarter here if we talk about that one, some of the playoffs. Do you guys like to dig into the playoffs here?
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
We started for this one. Might as well.
All right, I'll post. Yeah, so I got the seedings up on here. Yeah, we've got NFC. We've got the Eagles. They're 14-1. 2 seed is the Saints, Cards, Packers, Giants, and Hawks. In the hunt are the Bucks. AFC, we've got Colts, Broncos, Jets, Browns, Chargers, Bills, and then the Chiefs and the Jags in the hunt. So with this one, I think something I'd like to highlight would be the Chiefs and the Jags. and the Bills all fighting for that last AFC spot.
Yeah, the big thing there's probably going to be the tiebreaker, which, well, Booth was earlier. He said it's off strength of schedule, is what he's learned.
I
I don't
think
know how
I
that
think they
factors
go head to
in.
head, and then maybe like AFC record
I think it's AFC record. I think.
or a
I don't know if
division
it's
record.
that.
I don't quite remember.
I don't think they've played each other, have they?
No.
I don't think so.
So,
See,
that'd
I
be
think
good.
Jags is playing soon.
Yeah, he's going to have to win that.
At the end of the
But all
day,
of them are projected to lose week 17.
control what you can control.
Yeah.
Just win.
Although it's real sad how the second wild card could potentially, the first wild card could potentially be 13-3, and the second one's going to be 8-8. So that's kind of sad. But
Right now, I'd say be projected to be 8-8. Look at like all teams might lose that final week. They could obviously win, but I'm just saying, if you were to bet on it.
mhm.
Yeah, with those guys, I mean, I don't. It's kind of a toss-up on who they got. I think I have the games listed on further down the line,
I
but
remember it was Jets, Bills,
and
Jags, Colts, and then Chiefs, Chargers. I know the Jets guy is newish though. I don't know like how good he is compared to the Bills. I don't think they've ever played before.
I think the Jets
Jets
guy's
inherited
solid.
a pretty good team. Didn't he inherit a pretty good team though? Like
He
what was
did,
the
but I
record?
think he's pretty much kept their record. I would
You know
say.
his record since he's been here?
No, but he only has 4 losses. What are they? They're 10-4, so
I remember they were 6-0 at one point though.
he's definitely won some games.
yeah, he's the
We'll see.
cardiac Jets is what he's calling himself. He's won a lot of close ones coming out of nowhere. So I mean, he'll be able to make some noise. I think. I think not a lot of is known around him. Same with the Browns too, especially with the Browns being under a new
He's won his
user.
last. He's won his last 5.
Who has?
The Jets.
Yeah, I wouldn't
So he was,
sleep on him, but we'll definitely find out.
this is actually pretty weird. He was 5-0. Then he went on to lose 4 straight games, and then he went on to win 5 straight games. So 5-0, 7-4, 10-4.
The 4 straight is when well, not all 4, because I remember I
He
beat
played. He
first
played.
game in.
Someone was played. Yeah. 3 of those were
So,
sent.
but a couple were stemmed. So this man's like, I think he's like
Weird.
what 4-1 and 2.
I don't know his exact record. I don't know when he came in.
If
Yeah,
you look with the Giants played the Jets, you'd be able to find out. But
I'm on it.
so look when the Giants played the Jets, and since then he's taken over.
That was his first game against you.
Yeah.
So he lost that game,
Mm-hmm.
and he's 5-0 since then. So he's 5-1.
Oh,
Not too
that's
shabby.
pretty good.
Pretty solid.
What is he? Is he also 7-7?
Who?
No, he's playing the Bills. This is for the AFC 6 spot. If Bills wins that, he's probably gonna have that 6 seed.
Okay, so Jets has no chance, or does he have a chance? 'Cause he's not in the thing.
Jets is already in. Jets has
Oh
the
shit! Yeah,
3
he's
right
10-4.
now.
Oh my god, I forgot he was that.
He's making
Oh god, jeez.
That's why we're saying he inherited a pretty good team. Well, actually,
Yeah, yeah, he did.
he was 5-3 when he got the squad,
Mm-hmm.
so he did do
I
some
mean,
work for himself.
I'd say he's done better than the original owners.
Yeah, I'd say 5-1's better than 5-4.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Chief Wolverine kind of died on us. He was about 5-1 too, and Chief Wolverine beat Jake Witt, so you could argue that
Yeah.
guy
Yeah,
was.
right.
We'll
It was
see.
fair.
That
Yeah.
team's changed ownership, but it
We'll
looks
just
like
say
this
he
new guy's
beat
here to
Jake Wood.
stay.
Jake Wood doesn't actually lose.
We actually have a segment coming up with him. He wasn't able to make it for coach interviews, but I have a whole bunch of questions that
Awesome.
that he answered talking about his team. We have a comment here that says Bills are a lock if they win for the 6th seed, no matter what Chiefs and Jags do. So Bills have got to win, but they open the door for the Chiefs and the Jags with that one.
Yep.
So we also have some other stuff I'd like to touch on here. in quarter two. It's kind of like a catch-all. We have some upcoming free agents. We could probably
Yeah,
talk
not
about.
everybody posted this. That needs to be done.
Yeah, they were
People say
posted.
some people were
I
complaining,
highlighted
some people-
a couple up on the screen here. The ones I highlighted was I think the best defensive player so far would be Kendall Fuller. I mean, he's not a lockdown corner, but he's a above average, borderline Pro Bowl corner. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think
yeah, he
he's
fit
gonna
in the
command
team.
pretty big pay in the open market once he gets there. He's I mean, let's say he's around like an 82, around
Yeah, he's an
around
82,
a
but
star dev.
there's so many people to pay, and Mahomes' contract is coming up. Just not a way he can get fit in there, get a
Yeah.
contract.
I mean, he's a guy that could get
Trying to-
12, 15 mil in the open market. I don't think he's
Yeah,
worth it,
easily.
but I think he
Yeah,
could
but
easily get 12
people
or
always
15 mil.
overpay in free agency. It's just how it is.
Corners are a big need too. I think a lot of people will be going after him, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
So,
so far he's the best defensive free agent coming up, and especially if the Chiefs team doesn't make the playoffs, they might be looking to make a couple trades and retool some things. They're in a tough division though. I mean, they've got the Broncos and the Chargers in there. So I mean, those are two playoff teams, and the
for a
fact that
couple more defenders,
what's up?
for a couple more defenders, Bowden. I mean, he's not very active enough to place his guys in the chat, but he talked about letting go of Ngakwe and I think it was someone else too. He was letting go of.
Maybe Miles Jack. But you
I
can.
think
I
Miles
might.
Jack. I think he was letting go of Miles Jack
I
as
think you
well.
can look on the team. You can look on the team. I'm pretty sure, and if he doesn't have a contract in next year, he hasn't signed one.
Yeah, so I think Ngakwe, who's like an 84, and
Oh,
Miles
that's
Jack.
a star pass rusher and linebacker there. I mean, that's
Yeah, definitely. That's like a older Jalen Smith.
Yeah. Currently, Ngakwe is not signed or Miles Jack.
Yeah.
Currently, they're not in week 16.
So those two guys, you might want to go ahead and post those guys in the thing. I tried targeting Ngakwe for a trade, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'll just." He might tag and trade. Is what he's discussing. He might
Oh
tag and
yeah.
trade those guys. But I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, he's not going to be active enough. He might just walk. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a new thing I'm going to talk about once we get through this free agency, but we're going to allow tag and trades. I know our rules are kind of finicky on trades, but we're going to allow tag and trades. Well, we'll have to kind of iron out the kinks, but that's going to be something that I think is going to play big. You can franchise tag someone, and if you're not sure how it works in Madden, half of it goes to salary, half of it goes to bonus, and the team that trades them will eat the bonus, and the team that gets them will get. They just have to take the salary, so they'd only have to pay about half of it, and it works out pretty well for both teams. They get compensation for a walking player. Obviously, they have to eat that bonus money, but I mean,
Only
they
for
get.
1 year.
Yeah, it's only a 1 year. They get
Only for 1 year.
compensation for, the other team can do what they please with them. They don't really have to. I mean, they would ideally sign that guy to extension then once they get him. But that's something that's going to be pretty big. Let's get back to some of these other guys I've got highlighted here. Offensively, I highlighted Brian Bulaga. He's about an 80 overall, give or take a few points there for the Packers. Money wise, they've got a big contract in Rodgers, and they can't afford to shore up that other tackle spot. So I mean, that's a above average tackle that's going to hit the open market. He's going to probably get Trent Brown money. What do you guys think about Brian Bulaga? Matt, you got any thoughts on him?
Yeah, right now he's a 78, but he's probably gonna ask for like a 3-year deal, and someone's gonna have to pay up for him. He might digress during that time, but someone's still gonna take that risk on him because still,
Tackle's a
still
big hole in the NFL.
Yeah,
Everyone
he's
needs
a
a
tight.
tackle. Even if you have tackles,
He's
you
a
still
top
need more
one.
tackles.
Yeah.
Milky, your team
Someone's
that's
gonna
in
pay
need
him.
for a tackle here. What are you thinking about Brian Bulaga when you see him hit the open market?
He's definitely a guy that we would look into, but he's also a guy that, if you're a smart coach, GM, whatever you want to call it, he's not a guy you would hand out a 3-year deal and give big money to.
like Nate Solder.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think he's probably about the equivalent of like a Nate Solder hitting the market.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's basically Nate Solder. I think I would like to give him a nice contract for a year or two, but I don't know about 3. 2 would just because, just to get that contract,
That's what he's gonna
signed.
ask for because he knows he's probably gonna get worse, so he wants to maximize his money. and I can see him easily asking for 3.
Yeah, I could too.
Like it's starting.
But the thing is, with the tackle need in the NFL and like the Cardinals and Giants, me and Milky, you want to win now, and a good tackle is a good key to doing that. So I think people are willing to give them a 2-year deal if they have to.
I mean, when talking about Brian Bulaga, I've got a tackle by the name of Juwan James. Probably about the same skill level, a little bit younger, but he's still like around a 78, and he's still giving up 10 plus sacks a year. It's about one a game.
Yeah,
Which
so
I
imagine
guess,
what a 64 would do to you.
yeah, you're right. It's about 1.25, 1.5 a game, roughly. We'll say roughly. So I guess what, you cut your sacks down a game by those guys by what, 2 or 3 maybe? And then a guy like Brian Bulaga, you sign him. If you're smart with the ball, you think you can cut your sacks down a game by a 1 or 2 by signing him.
I think there's a noticeable difference between a really between
Yeah.
because I mean, if
those
you have someone
tackles,
screaming
bad
on the edge
tackles
like a
can lose the
DeMarcus
game.
Lawrence, or like a Brandon Graham and stuff like that, dude, it really does make. So that's what I have to say. It really does matter, and I think
Bad
people
tackles
pay
can
big.
definitely lose the games.
Anyone?
I've been looking
Go
through
ahead.
here for who has a contract next year, and it looks like Marcus Peters is not signed.
Okay, that's an impact DB there. He's gonna get him and Kendall Fuller are gonna be two of the top cornerbacks on the market. I mean, those guys are gonna get paid at least 12, 15 plus.
Devin McCourty also. Yeah, a lot of secondary players.
Yeah.
85 right now.
Oh wow, yeah. Everyone needs secondary help. Real quickly, I want to highlight 2 more guys here because we're kind of reaching our limit here. Emmanuel Sanders and Cam Meredith. Sanders is 84. Cam Meredith, I think, is a 78, but he's got star dev. What do you think the market will be for any of those 2 guys there, 2 wide receivers? Anyone who'd like to chime in here?
If I'm being honest, I don't think they'll get. No one will give them too much money. I don't think there'll be too much of a bidding war. Honest here, I think people think they can get wide receivers in the draft and just develop themselves. And I don't think people are really itching to fetch out a 3-year deal for a 77 overall guy that's not really like, I mean,
He
obviously he
won't
can
progress
improve.
too much, yeah, but he's got
Yeah.
room to improve a little bit. But how much is he's almost reached his peak? So
Yeah, no,
star
that's
dev,
what I'm saying.
yeah. And you guys, what
Yeah,
about
I don't think they're
Emmanuel
gonna be high on
Sanders?
anyone.
Go ahead, Matt.
I just don't think they're going to be high on anyone's list. I don't think it's like their first. It's not the same as Bulaga being on the market.
Milky,
Definitely not.
do you have any other thoughts on these 2 guys?
I would
Maybe.
say if there's a team out here that's maybe fringe playoff team this year that has a hole at receiver, they could definitely fill the void for a couple of years for you.
Oh yeah, I
Like the
think. Well, Emmanuel Sanders. The thing with him is the reason I'm letting him go. The reason I have him is I've got Deshaun Hamilton, who's basically Emmanuel Sanders, but 7 years younger. Sanders has stepped up big, but then in the past couple weeks, Tim Patrick stepped up big for the team, and
I
I
could
think.
see like a team like a Jets or the Seahawks, maybe even the Bucks, all don't all could use another receiver, I
Oh,
would say.
he's still got production left in him. I think
Giants
he's
as
a pretty
well.
good slot receiver. He's still a game changer. He still gets run after the catch. He still runs really good routes. He's just not the same kind of player he was after his Achilles injury and after he's aged, 5, 6 years. This isn't the Emmanuel Sanders that was the next to Antonio Brown you're getting. You're just getting a vet. You're getting a guy. Maybe
That's
a
just
little bit better than a
really
guy.
solid
Yeah.
at everything.
All right. Do you guys have any more free agents you'd like to highlight here before we cover the rule changes real quick?
I will say, I just haven't posted it for whatever reason, but DJ Swearinger is another big defensive player that will be hitting the open market.
Oh, he can lay the boom on some guys. Guys know when DJ Swearinger hits them.
He's you want to call it a hit stick or a cheese stick, whatever you want to call it.
The
He doesn't
Swayze
have the
stick.
ability, but he can definitely lay the wood.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely a game changer. He'll probably end up getting close to 10 million per year. Even though he's about an average safety, he just hits like a fucking Mack truck. I mean,
Yeah.
when that guy hits you, you know he hits you.
Yeah.
He breaks up
He's one of
passes.
those
He makes
guys.
plays in the run games.
He's one of those guys where maybe you hit the hole with the running back, you think you're about to break it out, and you see DJ Swearinger coming down, you say, "Oh, bleep, please don't fumble." That's what you're thinking about when you see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a big time guy. That I think once people see that hit power, he's going to get the money. People want those high attributes. I mean, he's a game changer for sure, without even having an X factor or being a higher overall.
Yep.
Another thing I wanted to touch on here in quarter number 2 is we're just about to wrap it up. It's going to bleed into quarter 3 a little bit here. Someone wanted to know any possible rule changes. I won't announce specifics on it, but we're going to change the rule books. We're going to allow you guys to switch up your rule books even if you didn't make the playoffs. We got a system for it, though, so don't go doing it now. We'll announce it after the Super Bowl. I think that's something a lot of users wanted. So we'll work on that. And another thing we're going to do is we're going to work in some sign-in trade rules. I think that's something that we're seeing more and more in the NFL as they go to more of this NBA style of trading. You're going to hardly see guys like a Larry Fitzgerald that play in the whole spot in their whole career. And guys, if they don't want to go anywhere, they're going to get traded. The NFL hasn't quite. For the longest time they didn't trade. There are hardly any player trades or player for player or any player trades at all. But I mean, you see guys went out all the time, but I mean that still doesn't mean you're gonna see blockbuster fucking crazy trades all over the place. But I mean, tag in trades I think is something that our users will be able to take advantage of, and I think it'll benefit both the team and the user. Do you guys got any thoughts on either the playbook rule or the tag and trade rule? Starting with Milky, how about you?
They're all definitely it's good and better, I would say, for our league as a whole. And obviously, as you see in real life, pretty much everybody except for quarterbacks, you don't know if you're safe anymore. It seems like nowadays, at any point, any time, there can be a player that has one disagreement with the coach. Next thing you know, he wants to trade in real life. So I would say, pretty almost just about anything goes except for your franchise quarterbacks, to be honest.
Let's go to Trevor now. Trevor, do you got any thoughts on the playbook or tag and trades?
I think the playbook rules can be really good for the league. To be honest, I think a lot of people that there's just some playbooks in Madden that just aren't good, and I feel like it hinders some people. And if you're like a fringe playoff team, or say you're like a playoff team, and you make the wild card every year, but you have the ceiling without your playbook. Say your playbook actually hinders you. You have the ceiling to make this, but your playbook is so ass, and you have like 3 pass plays per formation. It just like you can't get there, and I think it's unfair for a lot of people because like you can't change your playbook because you're this good on offense already. But I think with this rule, it allows people to I don't know, have a little more say in what they can do. And it's not cheese because not like everyone's using the Pats playbook or custom playbooks. It's still a base playbook. It's
Yeah.
just
Yep.
yeah, it's just a different team.
No customs, and it'll let guys run more defenses they're a little bit more comfortable running. I think overall, I mean, that's the biggest complaint that we've had, I think, is playbooks. I think that's going to go over pretty well. Hold up, I got to mention here. Let me check it. Everyone get on podcast. LOL. But the last guy up here, Matt, you got anything to add in about the playbooks or the...
Yeah, they already highlighted the playbooks, but I think it's good that we're allowing tag and trades because you don't get any comp picks like you do IRL, and I think that's pretty big.
Yeah, I
You
think...
get something
Oh,
for
go
those
ahead.
players.
Yeah, I think that's going to be
I think
something
it's
big.
pretty big.
Yeah, we explained it a bit earlier, but if you're just tuning in now, the way the franchise tag works in Madden is it's half salary, half bonus. Obviously, the franchise tag is they're paid what, top 5? They're taking an average of the top 5 players at that position, I think is how
Yeah.
it works. So, I mean, it's
I
going
think
to
it's in
be
Madden.
a pretty lucrative deal, but but you take the team that trades them, you're on the hook for the bonus money, and I think that's spread out, or maybe it's just 1 year. I can't remember. But then the other team will get, not only will they get a player for decently cheap, but they'll also have control of them if they want to sign them. And it'll stop I mean, it'll make the trade market heat up a little bit. We'll see some trades going through there. Our trades were pretty, for the most part, I think we only had about 3 or 4, which is all right, but I think the tag and trade is something that'll help people build their rosters, especially since we have some people that are pretty good at roster building, and we'll see what they can do. So that's all I got for quarter 2. We'll go into quarter 3 here as we've got some notable playoff some games with playoff implications coming up. We'll try and run through these here. We've got about 10 minutes left before we get some coaches on. Some I want to highlight. We'll get some picks going on here quick. Jets at Bills. Who you guys taking, Matt? Jets at Bills.
Deflating loss last week. Jets guy, hot. Only lost to Trevor, 5-1. I will go. I think I'm gonna go Jets. Just because what I
Jets?
just saw from the Bills. Yeah.
Jets on that one.
I think I'll go Jets as well. I think Jets will be able to take the game. I think Jets has got it. When he played me, he played me tough, and I mean MWG played me tough as well, and MWG beat Fallen. I think they're both underrated users, but I think Jets. I think he has the fight and will to upset MW2. And then
Is
and
it
keep
an
his
upset
playoff hope.
though? Oh, I guess upset is playoff hope.
Well,
It's not an upset.
it's an upset because he's gonna be bitching his starters, right? Because he's already locked in,
Yeah.
and he's gonna knock out division rival.
I think.
You know?
No, I think he can keep them in because they're fighting between the 3 and 4.
No, there's no 3 and 4.
He's,
Browns are a
he's 2
6
games
loss
up.
team, and Browns are 8 and 6. Jets are 10 and 4. So,
Him and Jake Witt would be the only people to actually
I'm not. No, we're not making people bench their starters. I'm making that known now. Do what you want to do to your
I
team.
just won't want to see no stat padding.
Yeah.
That's on them. If they're afraid to stat pad, whatever. If they stat pad,
they stat pad.
That's their
I mean,
fault.
they won't be in
See,
the playoffs.
Milky's only saying this so he can get stats with Kyler.
No, I'm just saying. If Jake Witt wants to play his starters, he can play his starters because he has another bye week. Don't want to get flat.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Men,
So,
that's fair.
Milky, who do you want to pick here in the Jets Bills? I'm going Bills. How about you, Milky?
I'm going Bills. I think he can clutch it out. Crunch time. I think he got it in him.
All right. Another one here. We've got Falcons at Bucks. Bucks need a win. They need some help to get in. But Bucks, they went out. They still got a shot. They need Seahawks and Giants to get a couple losses here. Anyone not picking the Bucks in this one?
No.
No?
Must win.
No.
Against the wall, you back Bell. Yep. When all the pressure's on, he'll definitely get that win.
All right.
Welty's definitely a back half player. He does really well when the pressure's on, like Matt said.
Another one here. This one, week 17. Jake Witt, as we talked about, he's got the number 1 seed on lock. He's playing the Giants, who are fighting for their wild card life here. They lose the next 2, and Wealthy wins the next 2. Wealthy's in. The Giants still have something to play for here. Eagles might be resting their starters. We don't know. More than likely, odds are pointing to it. We've got Jake Witt coming to the Meadowlands here. Who's going for who's picking who? I'll start with Trevor. Or not Trevor, you're playing in the game, duh. You're gonna pick yourself. We'll go with Milky.
Jake Witt's just too good. I'm sorry. It's just everything you see with him, it's
Okay, if he benches starters though, if he benches the starters, what do you think?
Can I just make my prediction, please?
Yeah, alright, we don't need comment from the other coach. How about you, Matt?
The Eagles' backups are better than the Giants. Eagles all day.
I'm gonna
That's
go.
kinda true.
Wait, guys, do you hear that? Is that a sweep I hear? I'm going with the Eagles on that one.
Oh my god, that was really bad.
All right. It was the thought that counts there. We're going to
It
pick
sounded
the
like
Eagles.
you're ripping paper.
Well, I was sliding the paper across my desk. Sorry, they don't pay me enough for the sound effects in this one. We don't quite have that. The next one here, Colts at Jags. Jags kind of in the playoff hunt. Not really. Anyone picking the Jags in this one?
Not really. But they're playing the Colts.
Oh shit.
I think Matt's gonna stat pad his ass off. I think he's gonna get this dub.
I would say if the Colts doesn't bench his starters, Jags doesn't have much of a chance. To be honest with you.
hold
I'll say that in advance. I will be benching people.
Hold your horses. Hold your horses now. Hold up. Jags is a slept-on team. He took me to the brink, right? Colts, he took me behind the woodshed. I'm not gonna lie. Jags is fighting for his playoff life, all right? If you don't think Jags can stand up, he's gonna be playing pissed off. He's gonna be playing for the win, for the kill shot, for his life. Colts, they're sitting there drinking they're in the Bahamas. Brisket, he's gonna be sitting there in Hawaii drinking a nice spiked iced tea. He's gonna be chilling. He's got 2 bye weeks coming up. Jags, I'm going with the Jags on this one.
Respect.
That won't start that game.
Trevor, how about you? Who do you think's gonna win in this Colts Jags matchup?
I think Matt's gonna come up with it. I mean, unless Matt benches all his guys and then he continues to keep them benched when he's losing. I mean, I just don't.
I just thought I am.
I mean, I guess the scenario you could think is that Jack's pass rush gets there, and Ngakoue proves why he needs to be tagged and not traded, and just completely harasses Brissett. That's a scenario where they could win, but I just think the Colts, they've been too hot. I don't think they lose to teams like that unless the person's named Jamie. So.
Little jab.
Matt lost to a girl.
Little jab in there. All right. We've got one more game coming up here, and then we're going to go to the coaching segment. Chargers at Chiefs. We've got the Quasi coming back, bringing his former team in here, and we've got Wrigley. He's still in the playoff hunt. He's still kicking. He's trying to get the win here. He needs some help. He does need some help.
Yeah. But he's got to do what he's got to do.
All right, so who are we picking on this one? Let's go. Trevor, you can start off first here.
Chargers, Chiefs? Man, I really wish I could say Wrigley, but he doesn't know how to take care of the ball. If Wrigley could take care of the ball, he could be a lot better, and I think he could be a really competitive user. But I just think he just turns it over too much, and I think Quasi's team, even without Bosa, it's just too nasty, and it capitalizes off turnovers with Casey Hayward and Melvin Ingram. It's nasty, I'll tell you that much. So I'm going to go with Quasi.
All right. Matt, how about you?
Yeah, I got to go Quasi. Sorry, Wrigley. Still love you.
Milk, how about you, man?
I'm going to say it. My guy, Ron Jeremy. He's going to go. He's got a home game. It's in Kansas City. He's going to bring his big balls out onto the field, and he's going to play like he has a big set of nuts. And he's going to win this game, and he's going to make the playoffs.
Ron Jeremy.
And for the final pick, I think it's Ron fucking Jeremy, man. It's time to put your fucking nuts on the table and man the fuck up. It is playoff time. This might as well be a playoff game for him because he has got to put it all on the line. And I think the Chiefs are gonna come out and they're gonna shock this Chargers team, and they're gonna be playing the Jets in the wild card. Jets and Chiefs. You heard it here.
Damn. Are you saying that Chargers Chiefs is a Super Bowl game basically?
I'm saying Chiefs
It's
is playing
definitely
for
the
his
Chiefs
life
Super
too.
Bowl.
I think the Chiefs are a very good team. They've got some turnover issue, but you're sleeping on Ron Jeremy, and the Chiefs are going to prove that. They're going to prove it.
Competitive game with you two. You two had a competitive game for a
He
while.
did. He threw for 400 plus yards. He just threw for 7 interceptions.
Yeah, that's a problem. You'd say it's a problem. That sounds like me from my TFGO days.
Hey, that goes back to towards the beginning, and we were talking about, hey, teams that don't turn it over are all on top, sitting pretty in the playoffs right now.
That's what it comes down to. You want to know how to improve your season? Don't turn the ball over, and don't
Beat
force
yourself.
a bunch of it. And
Fallen, by the way, the Giants Skins game is live. If you want to
Alright,
play that on top of the stream.
I think we're going to watch a real football game here. And
Okay,
speaking
okay.
of that, we've got Panthers coach. He freed up a little bit of time to come in here. He's a newer user, looking to make some moves, looking to turn that Panthers team around from a 1 or 2 win team, I believe.
2-12.
2-12. 2-12. Ronan is here. How's it going, coach?
It's going good. It's been rough, but I'm trying my hardest.
Yeah, I know it's tough, kind of taking over a team that you didn't really get to control at all, but I think
But
you've
ultimately,
shown that you can be a pretty
It's
competitive
it's
user
it's
and
it's it's not tough. You just need patience.
patience. Yeah, I mean it's a
Damn
long
right.
season. I mean, luckily you came in right here at the end, so you're locked in for probably a top 3 pick. Do you have any idea on who? Not to put you on the hot seat here, but top 3 pick. You looking to trade it? You looking to pick someone? You looking to make a move? Get aggressive? What are you thinking?
Look, I'm taking all calls. Anyone that has something to say and offer, we're hearing everything. You know, everything.
Smart.
Everyone's on the table except DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and Brian Burns,
Oh,
and
really?
Dante
Christian McCaffrey?
Jackson. Those are the only 4 people.
What about
McCaffrey?
Keekly?
McCaffrey,
Keekly,
Kuechly. Those
I'm
are
not
two
gonna I'm not gonna
cornerstone
make a
players.
public comment about that right now.
I
Respect.
mean, you're
Yeah.
on the air. Not to put you on any pressure at all, but I've got about 50 subscribers, and this will get about 30 to 50 views. So pretty much the whole league are watching this. So anything you say is going to be out there. I'll give you a couple. At the end here, I'll let you have a free mic that you can come on and say what you like. But so you saying you're pretty much going to try and blow that Panthers team up, right?
I'm not trying to blow it up, but we're making moves around here.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're trying to blow it up. If I'm being honest.
I mean, what are they have got some pieces, but the results aren't
Yeah.
there. Cam
All
Newton,
right.
I've heard.
They can definitely compete
I
next
want to
year.
address this rumor with you while I've got you on the air right now. I've heard about 2 or 3 teams say they're going for Cam Newton. Do you have anything to respond to that one?
Like I said, we're taking calls on everything.
Oh, because 1 minute I hear Dolphins are trading for Cam Newton. Next thing you know, I'm hearing Colts. Broncos were tossing their name in the hat. Can you confirm any of the teams that have contacted you for Cam Newton?
I can confirm the Dolphins have contacted us.
That's all you're willing to reveal here on the air?
That's all I'm willing to reveal.
All
Okay.
right, all right, all right. You've played a game or two in the league, correct?
Correct.
Um, if you had a magic, all right, if you had a magic wand, you could change any rule, anything about the league. What would you change in it?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. No
Nothing.
rule.
Love to hear
Damn.
it. Love to hear
Nice.
No
it.
rules. Not even ratings. You don't think McCaffrey? He was a little bumped down a little bit,
Well, I
maybe.
think everyone liked their player to
I
be a little
guess
better.
everyone wants a little bit juiced players. So
I mean, look,
you don't have any
I'm.
recommendations for rules or anything like that while we got you on the air?
I mean, for a rule, I would say honestly, just. I mean, look, I can't really think of anything. This league is great. Like honestly,
Yeah.
You're making me blush.
That's awesome, man. That's we love it. We I love hearing feedback from everyone. That's kind of part of the reason I started doing these podcasts too, is I liked getting the league feel more like our league. It's our own universe. We want to say it's the Rejects universe. I like getting feedback from users, which is also why I do this coaching or the coaches interview segment. So that's much appreciated, man. Um, and a couple of
yeah,
guys reach out and say it. They like doing it. So
Can I ask, you
thanks
got
for the
any time
feedback.
for another question, Coach?
yeah. I'm all time right now. We got plenty of time.
What are you looking to improve on most going into next season as a team in general?
Our defense. We're gonna bring it back to the Super Bowl caliber defense we had a few years ago for sure.
All
You
right.
got is
Oh, go ahead,
has Ron
Mikey.
Rivera, is he the guy?
Ron Rivera is not even the head coach anymore in
Oh,
Madden.
Oh,
In Madden,
damn.
he got fired when
that's
Booby Catcher replaced him, and
I don't blame you. His time's a ticking.
he was with the Bills,
We
I
will
think.
be also firing our current head coach and our current offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator.
So you want to clean shop, get fresh new schemes in there, maybe get a new quarterback, kind of reshape some things there. I mean, I think you've got a really talented
Look,
roster
look,
with
look,
weapons all
look,
around.
look. People are sleeping on one of our draft picks from last year, and that's Will Greer. This kid
I've
can ball.
been hearing his name a lot. That you guys are really high on him, or is it all just smokescreen?
Not smoke
Taking
screen.
a quarterback.
Not smoke screen, man. Let's say we do draft a quarterback in the first or the second round.
Yeah.
Will Greer, whoever wins that week 1 starting job next year, that's our quarterback. No promises. I'm sticking to my word from there. If I draft a quarterback with whatever pick I have, the highest pick I have, and if Will Greer beats him out, Will Greer is our starter quarterback.
I like that philosophy.
Just keep drafting quarterbacks till you find one, right?
Yeah. Got find one eventually, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess odds are you'd finally get one. Is there any? Were you able to tune in for any of the free agents we had listed before? We highlighted some guys hitting free agency. There was actually a couple of defenders. Um, would the Panthers be interested in, say, a Marcus Peters, Kendall Fuller, um,
We're interested in DJ
Deidre
Swearinger and
Swearinger?
Emmanuel Sanders
Yeah.
at the time.
Okay. All right. So no tampering going on, but you think you wouldn't be surprised if those guys fielded nice, healthy offers from the Panthers?
I'd say for sure. I'd say yeah, I'd say yeah, for sure. But I mean, look, I just want to put this clear out there too. We're looking for a new young tight end right now. So anyone who is willing to trade us a tight end, I have high value for you.
Okay. Do you want to
High
find
value for a tight
the
end.
you want to find the Jason Witten to your new Tony Romo?
No. This is gonna be
He was more than a slow white guy was saying.
this is gonna be like this is gonna be like oh man, this is gonna be like Matty Ice, Tony G. Put it like that.
Oh.
Well, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Dude, Tony Gonzalez as any quarterback's pretty solid in my opinion.
I mean, you're not wrong there. Tony G was a beast. Are you a Falcons fan in real life?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I feel bad for you. So,
We've had
I'll
a
put this
influx of
on air.
Falcons fan lately.
Swayze
What'd you
is
say?
also a Falcons fan. Have you been
And so
chatting
is
it up with him?
Jay, new user Jay, the Raider.
Jay?
He's also a Falcons fan,
What? I didn't know Falcons fans existed. Except Falcons
right?
Kid. Milky, you remember Falcons
Only
Kid?
the real know about Falcons.
Only the
kid.
real ones know Falcons Kid. So we'll switch it up here a little bit about some real football, if you don't mind. You got a couple more minutes to chat. You're a Falcons fan. How do you become a Falcons fan?
First game I ever went to was Michael Vick versus the Eagles.
Okay, so
That's a good one.
Michael Vick. I mean, he was a beast in Madden and in.
I was young. I just ever since then I've been loving Atlanta, but I don't remember it much. But
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, you can tell your kids that. You know, you saw Michael Vick when they're playing Madden 35, and flashback Mike Vick's in there. You know.
Oh yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely a baller.
So I see there's a new Cincy user as well, huh?
We're working on
Is
getting a
there?
new guy in there.
Yeah,
I don't think we have one quite yet.
USA FMMP.
Oh no, he's been in there
No,
for.
he's dead.
He's the old Bengals user.
Oh,
Ever since Garvin left him, they've had a couple guys.
yo, you
And
guys really need to get a Cincy user, man, because this is really gonna screw up the draft.
That's a good incentive to get another user though. The fact that they have one of the top picks in the draft, it probably should get somebody in. I've been doing some scouting lately. Hope to grab somebody.
Like that Raiders guy, I thought you guys could have pushed the Bengals on him.
No, he seems like the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders have a lowish pick too, so I
they have
mean, it's
Antonio Brown though, so
yeah. Give Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown, Antonio, he's done.
You
in
think he's
Madden
done?
he's still going.
Yeah, he's got that X factor. Kind of cheese. He's gonna have the X factor till he retires.
That's a
So,
big
which is
selling
like
point. Yeah.
3 years from now at least.
Hey, you think any big Cowboys are hitting the market?
Oh yeah, I think for sure.
Cowboys
I mean,
wise,
just
I know Dak was on the block. I think he's got 1 year left on his deal once it
How
gets
about Jalen?
corrected. Smith.
Jalen got a fat contract, and
Smith
so
got
did
a fat
Amari,
contract. Amari got a fat deal. Most
which
likely.
leaves Byron Jones might be
Yeah, I
walking.
think Byron Jones is the odd man out there. Byron Jones. Next year you might see Van Der Esch. I don't think it's going to affect him too bad right now, other than Byron
The thing is,
Jones.
he's letting go of since he's letting go of Dak, he might have a lot of cap space to sign to not Byron Jones.
Well, they
Van
do
Der
have to
Esch,
pay
so.
Clowney. No, they have to pay Clowney basically.
How about
Do it to play
how about Tyreek? Did Tyreek get paid?
Yeah, Tyreek
Oh,
got the
yeah.
bag. Marcus Peters, we said him. Marcus Peters is gonna walk from LA. He's I think is he around an 80 overall?
84, I
Sounds
think.
about right.
84,
He's
yeah. I
not
mean,
Something higher than that.
that's an above average
He's
corner. I mean, that's like a top 15 corner in our league.
still not
That's
guaranteed.
solid.
Hey
He's
man,
still
Marcus
not guaranteed
Peters used to
to
be
not
one of the best
be-
corners, if not the best corner in the league 2-3 years ago.
That's debatable.
That is
That's
debatable.
extremely
He was like
debatable.
one
I
of the
think
most-
Marcus Peters he was inflated by the amount of interceptions.
And
Just a
his
lot of luck.
interception,
His
yeah,
gambling.
yeah,
It's his gambling play style. He either gets burned or gets a pick,
like
and that's really not
Gilmore,
a good thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, all interceptions didn't equal how good he was. He got toasted a lot. I mean, his rookie
For
year
sure.
when he won Rookie of the Year, Ron Darby played better than him. I mean, that's just facts.
That's because he's on the Bills.
No, Ron Darby's on the Eagles now, so.
Well, he
Well,
was
now
on
he's
the
on the
Bills.
Eagles. He was
Yeah,
on the
I mean,
Bills
Kiko
before him.
Alonso should have won Rookie of the Year too, but well, never mind. I'm not a Bills fan, so I won't lobby for them anymore. But Marcus Peters is a playmaker. He's for sure. I think he's like we were talking a little bit earlier
How
on
about Hooper?
prices. Who is it?
Austin Hooper.
Probably not. I don't think he'll get re-signed. I haven't seen anything about him. We'll have to see.
How
He even
about
got a
Ebron?
contract.
Who else?
Ebron has a contract.
Yeah, Ebron. Yeah.
Ebron's walking?
No,
No, he's got a
getting
contract.
signed.
Ebron getting signed.
Damn.
Jake Butt's on the
Cooper
block.
was not signed.
What's Jake
Yeah,
Butt on the
nobody
rock
wants
for?
him.
What are the Broncos looking for?
Jake Butt is around a 70 to
Like a fifth.
74. Nothing incredible, but they just want to between a fifth and a seventh for him. He's a pretty good blocking tight end, and that's all. That's all. He got beat out by Josh Perkins out of Washington. So he's our third string tight end, making him expendable. So he's on
Would
the
you
block
take a
for a
7?
depth trade. I don't know if I'm going to negotiate over the air. We might have some trade sharks out of there, but I think if you talk to the commission, the DMs, I'm thinking they can work something out. Oh, Jared Cook, possibly on the block is what Saints are saying.
Jared
I
Cook.
don't think many people are going to pick a moves for Jared.
I mean, he's a 1 or 2 year player, but he's still a pretty good tight end. Speed.
I'd say
Look.
worth about a fifth round pick max.
Look, Jared Cook. The highest I'd go for Jared Cook. Jared Cook is what, 32, 33?
Yeah.
About to retire.
Yeah, come on. I
Yeah,
got
you're like
Greg Olsen
182
at
right
34, and he's a higher overall than him.
All right. I mean, you're just leaving it all out there for when
now.
people want to come at you for you're evaluating on players. That's why I'm not playing my hand on the air. That's all I got to say.
Trust me, I'm hitting people with all kinds of tactics.
So you're the master
All
trade
kinds.
negotiator, huh?
Alright, I see you.
You
I'm not
think
the master trade negotiator, but I'm just saying.
I've known a
that-
trade
that-
shark or two in my day.
Here, I'll put this out there. I'm a leak something that happened between me and the Dolphins. Okay?
All right. You got the mic, bro.
The Dolphins and me were about to trade I was about to receive Minka Fitzpatrick and Mike Gesicki, both under 24 years old. One of them is an 80 overall. One of them is a 78 overall. For Cam Newton, and I believe it was Greg Little. Now, if you ask me, Minka Fitzpatrick, that's a franchise player right there. Cam Newton, I'll say this on air. Everyone knows Cam has 1 to 3 years left in him.
I mean, he's only 30. He could go longer, but a lot on his body, a lot of hits and things.
Well, I haven't been here long enough to know how this season dealt with him, but so far, I probably allowed 7 sacks in the past 2 games. So offensive line ain't doing too well. Greg Little did not have a great starting debut, allowing 3 sacks.
Oof, that's rough. Taylor Moton's still kicking there, and Darrell Williams.
Darrell Williams is currently hurt. He's been out for 3 weeks now, going on 4.
Oh, that's no fun at all. And a
Not,
big tight end like
not at
that
all,
goes
man.
down. Well, at least he'll be back next season.
Yeah, next season. How fast are the playoffs gonna go? Like, are we gonna do this fast?
Roughly playoffs.
Hopefully a week.
Estimate about a week off season. About a week too. We'll give people like 24 hours per stage. Draft will be, we're going to shoot for like a Friday night, do the first round Friday night, and then do the rest of them. We'll run through it all like Saturday, like noon to afternoon, you know. But that's how we've had success in the past. Or we could always, the Friday night, we'll kind of put a post out there to see what really works for everyone. But that's how we've done it in the past. So roughly about 2 weeks between playoffs and off season.
Right. And I'll announce this: for the next 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of the season, Will Greer will be starting.
Oh, trying to give the young rookie a shot there.
Will Greer will be starting tonight against the Colts as well.
It makes sense that
Yeah, I mean
Cam Newton's
they're
leading the league
they're
in
just trying to
picks.
find something positive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
damn right.
Hey, Will came in last week, put up a solid 190 yards and 2 touchdowns.
that's not too bad.
That's
I mean
solid. That's solid.
that's winning.
In
You
5
can win.
minutes.
Yeah, I mean you can string that together consistently and limit the turnovers. That's winning. You know, you can win some games like that in this league. Pretty much, I'll let, since you're a little bit newer around here, the way to win games is limit your turnovers, my man. Limit turnovers, and force a lot of them. Pick people off, force some fumbles, and you'll win a good amount of games just doing that. So you don't even have to be incredible. Just don't beat yourself. I mean, the best guy in the league is Jake Witt, and he's thrown what, 3 interceptions on the year? 4?
5 to
5?
he's
5.
almost 40 more touchdown passes than he has picks.
Ridiculous.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Who has picked him off?
I have.
Giants. I don't recall off the top of my
The
head,
one
but
game he lost, that's when he threw the most.
How many
yeah.
picks has Jameis through this season, huh?
Oh, oof. I don't know. I mean, he's been up and down the entire year. They've beaten really good teams and they've lost to some really bad teams. No consistency. I mean, they'll probably end up winning 11 games this year and missing out on the playoffs because they lost to the Seahawks and the Giants. But then you go and they beat the Saints and they beat the Colts and they beat these other top teams and then lose some funky games. So I'm not too quite sure what Jameis's numbers are looking like.
Right. Well, yeah, man.
I think it's about time to get Quasi on here.
About time, yeah. And you got anything else you want to say, Ronan? Thanks for joining us. I'll leave you with the open mic. Keep in mind, people are watching. You got anything else you want to clear up? Any rumors or anything? You got the mic right now, my man.
We are listening to all calls, as I said before, for everyone. We will be evaluating QBs in the first round or wide receivers. I will let you know those are 2 target positions for the first round. But if we get more picks, who knows what can happen. So we're going to see how this offseason plays out. And, yeah, that's
Aggressive
about it.
offseason coming up for the Panthers.
Aggressive as how.
All right. If you need anything else, let any of us league office know. We're usually pretty good with DMs. If you've had any questions or anyone else listening, let me know. It's been nice having you, Panthers. Thank you for stopping on by.
No problem. Have a good night, boys.
Yeah, you too, man.
You too.
All right, the next guy we want to bring in here is we're gonna think Bowden's up.
It's coming on.
Yeah, Bowden's in there. Bowden's coming on. Give him the roll real quick. Coming up next is Bowden. He is the Jags user, and he is fighting for the playoffs here. I think he like we said, he's 7-7. Colts has played. Matt's played Bowden. Matt, you got another one coming up.
It's Bowden, by the way.
Slob.
Kevin Bowden.
Allegedly.
I mean, that's his name. I don't think you'd switch it. Kevin Bowden.
There he is.
Hey,
Hello?
how we doing? Yeah, I'm on now. How we doing, guys?
Doing
Good.
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 How about you?
I'm actually at work right now, but I'm chilling. Yeah,
Sorry.
I got time, so decided to hop on.
Cool. What
So
do
we
you got to
just wanna
say
talk
about your playoff chances?
Ooh, say again?
What do you got to say about your playoff chances?
Slim. They're not looking too hot. Rough season, but we're gonna pull something out at the end. Hoping. See what we can do over the next couple weeks.
You got an off-season plan in place?
Oh yeah. I'm hoping to improve my offense a great deal of the offseason. That's my main focus. And on the defensive side of the ball, I just want to solidify everything I have. Definitely gonna try and franchise Ngakoue. He's not going anywhere. Yeah. I know it's a lot of a lot of people are wondering
So
that.
Jack is on the open market? Is that official?
He doesn't want to resign with the team, so I'm gonna see what happens in the offseason with it.
You can only franchise one.
Yeah, I know. And it comes down to it. You heard my choice. So
Damn, I was trying to get you that trade for Ngakoue earlier.
yeah, I know.
You're
Early in
just
the
gonna
season,
keep
I
him.
thought about moving him because he wasn't going anywhere, and I was still split between Jack and him. But as the season's developed, I've obviously seen Ngakoue work a lot better than Jack.
Once you know that Jack's on the open market, make sure to put it in that chat. Some people would like to know.
Yeah.
He's a big time player.
Masses.
For sure. Well, what are you gonna upgrade on offense? What's your weak point? Tackle? Receiver?
Receivers, yeah, I'm looking to get I feel like my receiving core is probably the most solid part of my offense at the moment. It's not nothing
That's
special,
not good.
but I feel like it's solid enough to build around. I'm definitely gonna be needing to get some linemen. I'm hoping to get a couple good rookies in the draft. I already have some spotted. I have a lot of mid-round picks for the Jags. I have a shit ton of picks actually, so I'm gonna be using those to the best of my abilities. And my main piece that I'm looking for is a quarterback right now, which
That's what I was just gonna ask.
yeah.
Nick Foles the guy.
Oh my
The
god,
Foles
that
experiment
25
over?
million. Ooh. Yeah, that
How many
that
years?
contract is that's the rock in my shoe right now for my
Now
team.
you're paying Bortles and Foles, and you don't want either of them.
No, I don't want either of them. It's pretty sad. Yeah, it's rough. I'm in a spot when it comes to cap position and quarterback money, but I'm hoping
Yeah.
to work something out in the offseason to get a good quarterback. I don't
Well, that
quite
was
want to
pretty
say
over.
who, but working on somebody.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like I can definitely build around the Jaguars team.
All they need is a quarterback, I would say. So,
Yeah, the
I mean, I
offense.
think they need skill positions. You like Fournette?
I do like Fournette. My one problem with him is I can't ever use him because he's always hurt. He was out. At the beginning of the season, I believe he missed 5 or 6 weeks with a broken rib, and then
Is he
he was
injured right
off.
now?
He was off that for a week or two, and then my last game I played, he got injured and broke his hand. So he's currently on the bench, and I got Alonzo Blue as my backup running back.
Alfred?
And, yeah, Alfred Blue. Yeah, and he's holding it down at the backup. I have him, and then I have a rookie back. Actually, he's like a 69 overall behind him, and the two of them, when Fournette is down, have been actually performing much better than I expected them to. really help the offense just work it out.
Mhm.
Hey, you might never know. I'd give you some advice. Just throw Leonard Fournette on the block. You never know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
right now David
Honestly,
Johnson is Philip
Fournette
Lindsay.
that might be a move in the offseason because I am looking at a back in the draft. But yeah, it's all gonna come down to the offseason. I'm definitely gonna hear out offers for a couple players.
Well, I know you. So you're looking for running back too. I know you need a lot, like in the O line. I'm guessing a tight end. Who do they have at tight end?
Yeah, I basically need to crumble my whole offense up into a ball and Kobe
I know you got
into a trash can.
Juwan Taylor.
Say
You
again?
guys drafted Juwan Taylor, and you got Linder and Norwell. But
Oh
other than
yes.
that,
Yeah, I just moved. Yeah, I believe it's a rookie tight end. I had him as backup for a while, and I just started. He's gonna be starting my next game for the first time. I'm expecting big things out of him. He's got a lot of got a lot of good traits.
good to
That's
know.
good.
What's going on, everyone? I'm back.
How you doing, Bree?
We're just talking about the Jags off-season plans. He's looking to revamp the offense. A lot of work to do.
I mean,
Yeah, it's certainly a lot of work. Certainly a lot of work, but I'm confident I can get it done in the off season.
I think I think they need a lot of. They need some more. They need
Yeah,
a pretty
He
definitely.
said he
dependable
wants to
tight
play.
end. Add some pieces
Yeah,
on the O line. Add some depth behind Fournette.
yeah. I feel like right now, if I can get one good receiver, a man behind the line that can actually throw a football, and a solid running back that I can rely on with a line in front of him that can block, I feel like I can do a lot.
Yeah, man. Not having a quarterback is a big thing in this league.
Yeah, it's been rough. His turnover ratio is ridiculous. He can't throw an accurate pass, so I have to rely heavy on my run. And it took a lot to get adjusted to, but I feel like I've been competing decently well. I've definitely got a couple losses I shouldn't have had, but
Yeah.
it's tough
Well,
ones.
you're in that playoff hunt. You got a shot.
Yeah, I do have a shot. I'm definitely trying. I'm not tapping out yet. If I can make it, I'm definitely fighting to the end. I told
Well,
myself
cool.
at the beginning of this season if I didn't make it to playoffs, it'd be a failure. So I want to hold myself to that. I don't quite look at it
Yeah.
like that at this point, but I definitely expected myself to perform a lot better this season.
Well, the Colts aren't going to be starting a lot of their key pieces, so we might have a shot.
Yeah, no, there's definitely going to be a chance. It's definitely going to be a fight still because the Colts have a pretty good record. So, but I'm still confident. Dorsett's going to get hit sometimes. I already know.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
I'll try not
for
to.
sure.
Is there anyone? Did you guys talk about specifically about what he was looking to do, or?
He glanced over. We're just looking at his lineup for the most part.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Let's see.
He has a lot of picks.
I do
Not a
have a
lot of
lot of
cap
picks.
stuff. So you definitely have
Yeah,
to build to that draft.
yeah, I'm definitely going to be moving some of those picks in trades. So definitely going to add to my lineup in that aspect. Maybe not from the draft, but picks from the
I
draft
mean,
for
you don't
players.
have a lot of cap.
Move some players around as well. I'll see what I can do. Like I said, it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely going to be a lot. That Foles cap is really like I said, that's a rock in my shoe right now. I gotta take care of that. Once his contract's up in 4 years, I'll be
Well, yeah, 3 or 4, I forget.
yeah, I believe it's 3 after this next season. But yeah, that's definitely gonna be hard to work around for the next couple of seasons. Hoping to get young good talent on that team. That's what's gonna make or break me. If I can get that, I feel like I can build off that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely be hopeful for next year because you're going to get better. Looks like you're about to have 9 wins this year. Definitely
Yeah.
cracking in the playoffs next year for sure if you don't this year.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like if I had a quarterback that could consistently throw the ball accurately, I feel like I'd have
Yeah.
at least half the wins I do.
Yeah, all you need is like 1 or 2 more and you would have been in for sure.
Yeah. Still got a shot though. Still got a shot. I'm like I said, I'm hopeful for next season. It's looking rough for the playoffs this year, but I'm keeping faith.
Hey man, it's
Yeah.
what you gotta do. I mean, things happen, you know. When the like IRL, when the Dolphins got in, was the Dolphins when the Bengals upset the Ravens? Yeah, it could always happen.
Well, they
Yeah.
definitely got a shot. Because Colts are benching their starters, and who are you playing this week? Do you
What,
know?
me? I'm
Yeah.
believe I'm playing the Colts.
No. I think that's 17.
Oh,
Let me
this
see.
upcoming week. Yeah, geez.
Hey, have you played?
Falcons. Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah, I'm playing the Falcons.
Yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow afternoon.
Alright.
That's what I'm planning to get the game in. That game I'm pretty confident. I think I can take that team. I think both defensive lines are going to be a problem in that game. It's just a matter of, like commish said, just limiting turnovers and just making possessions count. I feel like I can outdo them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Still here, Fallen?
Fallon's dead.
Yep, he passed
Yep,
out.
done.
All right, so is that it, Bowden? You got anything else for us?
Let me think for a minute. What else I got to say? Um,
Anyone
yeah,
on the block?
yeah. I'm gonna have to look at my lineup and see who's going on the block. I'm gonna wait till probably the end of the regular season to see who's going on the blocks, depending on if I make playoffs or not. But probably at the end of the season, I'll be posting players that I want to move. Definitely open to any trades. If anyone wants to message me on trades, see if they want to make some moves, I'm open to hearing out trade offers. And yeah,
Mhm.
so we all have a fun time. See y'all in the playoffs, hopefully.
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure. See ya.
Yep.
We'll see. All right, boys. Back to work for me. Y'all
Mhm.
have a good time. I'll keep
Yeah,
watching
you
the
too.
podcast.
Yep.
Jags,
Good luck, dude.
gang,
Good
gang.
luck.
Quasian now?
Yep.
Now you want to think.
I just DM'd him. Hopefully we can get him on here. Hopefully we don't have any more interruptions. Hopefully he's ready to go here. Give him the roll. Get them all in here. Swayze, he's telling Quasi he's got to change his name because it's got Fallen
Ooh, he got his duck roll back. Nice.
in it.
Right. Quasi loves the duck. We talked about it in the podcast.
Mhm. Yep. Who all has the duck roll? Bowden has the duck roll.
Damn, they're not playing the
Duck roll.
game.
Yeah.
He gonna respond here? Trevor, how you doing in your game?
I'm actually losing by 3, but I'm coming back.
Always a butt.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Oh
I
wait,
mean,
this is big. If he loses, holy.
my defense is allowing a lot of touchdowns, but it's okay
Yeah, Paul, we
because I
never
just
did have a
scored.
playoff
Actually, I
prediction.
just took the lead. I'm up by 4 points right now.
Never did
Fallen.
playoff predictions?
No, we never like went through all of them. Are we doing that or no? We wait.
I mean, I think we should go ahead and do
We
it. I
never
think
said
we
who
can
decided
really
we were gonna
see.
win now. Because I'm
I
pretty
think we
sure it's
can.
pretty set.
I think it's pretty set, to be honest. I think, if the guys that make the fringe playoff teams are probably gonna predict the lose round. So
I don't know what
I
he
think
wants
we
to
can go
do.
ahead and do it.
What do you think?
To be
You want
honest,
to do it?
yeah, I'd love to.
All right. You all have the order up in front of you. If not, I can read it off again.
I'll pull it up.
Okay.
Did you want to add everyone? See if we have anybody to join in the podcast because we're taking
I'm
questions.
good with adding everyone. I don't. I think
I
that's.
love adding everyone.
I think I'm good.
All right, we starting in the NFC.
Yeah, go right ahead.
It's looking like Eagles won, so they have a bye. Other team with the bye is looking like Cards. No, Saints.
Saints. They have had that over.
And then Cards will play Seahawks, and Packers will play Giants.
Okay. All right.
Interesting rematch. Nice. That was a good game. When you watch that play.
Start with Cards against Seahawks. Who do we have? Except for the Cards user. Still here.
I mean, the last game they played was it was a really great game. So I think we could see an upset. However, I do think Bill is playoffs. I think he'll get it.
Yeah, I got Cards.
You got cards? I'm going with cards as well.
But I think it'll be close. I think they'll be a little scared.
Well,
Just like
Milky
Alright,
will
last
be
game.
feeling it. Milky will definitely be shaking in his boots.
I don't think I'm scared. I had 4 turnovers, still won.
So what you're saying is
Put it that way.
he makes some plays.
I'm just gonna say we're confident in our team's abilities to play against
Cards
any
on a 5-game win streak. Eagles are a 10-game win streak. Yeah.
We're clicking on all cylinders at the right time.
All right, Packers, Giants. Packers are at home. Giants, the wild card.
Ooh.
I will say. I'll say Giants. Be
Ooh,
close.
Matt picking me to win a game? That's crazy. I'm gonna lose now for
Probably lose
sure.
next week. They'll probably lose next week. So don't worry
No,
about
yeah, probably.
it. You got Jake Witt.
Milky, do you want to go with this
but
one? I'll save myself for last.
I'm gonna say the team with the better quarterback wins the game. That'll be the Packers.
Daniel Jones.
Oh, well, I don't think that's what it is.
And I'll add on to that. I think the Packers will win that one.
Damn. He's got 2 Packers.
Damn.
I'll say
That's
Daniel
crazy.
Jones has definitely exceeded some expectations, but
Mm-hmm.
No, he doesn't have the
You're
balls to
just-
step up in that
it's just
playoff game.
too many questions with him, especially going into a playoff game. I'm taking the grizzled vet.
Yeah. Think so?
All right,
All right.
so
I'll hold
that's
you to
2
it.
to 1 on that. So we're gonna say the Packers went through on that
Mhm.
game. So it would be Packers, Eagles, Saints, Cards. Start with Packers, Eagles. I think we're all going Jake Witt. I don't know
Yeah,
what you
I
guys.
mean, congratulations, you made it this far, Jake Witt.
Yeah.
Hey, unless he has
Yeah.
that one slip up, which he had a while ago, maybe he's due for one again. I don't know.
No.
Mm,
Wild Shot's
You
lucky
never
he
know.
made it this far. He's gonna get his one win in a soft
He's gonna be
division.
happy.
Yeah.
He might have Roger suspended by then anyway.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Rogers
Hey, you do what you got to do to win games.
I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if he throws for 700 in that playoff win. All right.
Well,
So
see.
Saints card. Oh, that should be a really good game.
Saints
Saints
cards?
won the first matchup.
Saints, they got lucky. Cardinals are winning it.
They're winning this
I don't.
time.
I don't know, dude.
Fifth
I
of
could
them?
see the Saints pulling away with. To be honest, I could
Saints
see them.
pulling away with it. All right, so you
I
got
think
Saints.
Saints will do it. I do got Saints.
All right, on the deciding vote. Oh, jeez. Um, yeah, I gotta go Saints. Jeez, this is gonna be a close game though. It's
Oh yeah,
tough.
for sure will. For sure, it'll be closer than that much.
Mm-hmm. Just come down to Kyler missing a throw.
That'll
All right,
definitely kill you.
I think
who's
Milkman's
gonna
gonna put
represent the
himself in a
NFC?
position and he's gonna shock the world. But
2 of the best
nonetheless,
rosters in the game.
we'll go with you in the predictions. We'll go with Saints and Eagles, right?
Hmm
Yeah, we
I
had 2 to 1 Saints. So it's
well,
Saints
first of
Eagles.
all, let's say if Milky does make, I think we can all agree he has no chance against Jake Wood just because of the roster matchup. It doesn't matter who he is.
Anyone can win a Madden game. I
I
wouldn't say that,
mean,
but
you
it's Madden.
yourself tried saying that Jake Witt wasn't good, and that you would
Yeah,
beat him if you
you
had
can
his
do it.
roster. So if I take your word for it, by that logic, Milky would be the better team.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think the Eagles roster is just too
I
good.
think Milky can beat
To
Jake Witt. Milky can beat Jake Witt.
I
Jake
but
Witt hasn't played a quarterback like Milky.
I think Swayze's he's got a a better chance with his roster, and he's not a bad player. I think
Picking
Swayze.
then?
I'm picking Swayze over Jake Wood. Swayze goes Super Bowl and loses.
Oh, shit. Damn.
I
I'm taking Jake
I
Witt, the
think
easy pick.
I think Jake Witt wipes the floor with Swayze. Saints have another crushing defeat in the playoffs like they've had the past few
Oh,
years.
shit. I don't think Swayze's
Mm.
gonna like that one. What do you got to say, Fallen?
I'm thinking Milky can win that bracket.
Oh, no, we're talking about Saints Eagles.
Oh, Milky's gonna beat them all. But if I had to pick Jake Witt would easy win it. Swayze, this is what would happen.
Hey man, it could
Right.
definitely happen.
AFC.
So who are all picks again? I have Trevor picked Swayze to beat Jake Witt. Milky, you pick Witt. Trevor, Matt, did you pick Jake Witt as well?
Yeah, I picked Jake Witt, yeah, to represent the
Fallon,
NFC.
you have more confidence in Milky than Milky does in himself.
You haven't played Milky for 10 years like I have. As long as Liam's not in this playoffs, Milky will make it. But Milky's got a chip, none of us don't. That's all I gotta say. But I will say, quick advertisement: whoever wins the Super Bowl is going up in the Rejects Wall of Fame. There'll be a tab for it, and you'll be immortalized on the rulebook. In the
That's
Wall of
awesome.
Fame.
Love that.
You'll
be
get
in
a
the
title
Reject
too. Yeah, you'll get your
Archives
own role in the
forever.
Reject Archives. You'll be in there forever.
Do we get like a laminate too? Mailed to us? Win Super-
A
Like
what?
a nice laminate, like an award or something like that. Trophy kind of.
We don't.
I don't think you have to worry about that, Trevor. Not gonna lie. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I can't even afford a Blue Yeti to do actual
Let's get
podcasts, bro. They're not getting a trophy.
Yeah,
One Colts, 2 Broncos, 3 Jets, 4 Browns, 5
No.
Chargers, and we'll say 6 Bills.
Winner gets a cat 9.
They get a Cat 9. They get a Cat 9 cable, so they get extra. That's what it is.
So the Jets and Bills could play back-to-back weeks. The game that matters the most, though, is in the playoffs. Who do we have?
I think in the playoffs, I take the Jets. I think they win two straight.
I'm gonna go Bill. Why not? I think they'll win the second time back. They'll learn the Jets since they haven't been here that long. I go Bills.
Milky, you want to finish this one off, or do you want me to?
I'll finish it off.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with the Jets. I think the Bills can beat them one week, and then the Jets beat them in the playoffs when it matters.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jets are gonna win too. It's gonna be a close game, but I'm just gonna the better passer is gonna win the game. Like I said with the Packers Giants, it's Josh Allen might be able to make plays with his feet, but I feel like he's gonna miss a big throw or two, while Darnold's gonna be on the money.
Oh, you're backing Darnold? We'll have
I
to
think
see. That
so.
Bills defense is pretty stingy.
I think we'll see a little Sam Darnold from the Rose Bowl a couple years back against Penn State.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd rather not see that being a Penn
Me
State
neither,
fan. But...
personally, but
All right, you guys got the Jets going through then, majority vote. Then it's okay. It's Browns Chargers. Browns have the Browns have the 4 seed, but they're the worst record.
I think Quasi takes that. If I'm being honest here, I think Quasi's good enough to take the game. I think Browns look really good. Then he played Mel. No, like Cheeks about
Melky
Milky.
definitely covers them. So after that,
It was
I
pretty.
definitely have to say Chargers.
I'm picking
I'm gonna have
Chargers
to
too.
agree with the
Sorry,
Chargers.
Browns. Yeah. Sorry, Browns.
All you gotta do is
You
I'll give
won
you a
the
little
you
tip,
won the worst
Quasi, if you're
division in the
listening.
league. Yeah.
Just control Odell, and there's
Yeah.
not much else he can do.
All right, so this is interesting. The Colts and the Chargers, which Quasi left obviously, but I did play him. It was like week 1 or 2. We did play each other,
Do you
and I
remember the
forget the
score
score.
of
I
that
think I
game?
won by about 14.
Okay.
So this is a rematch of them. I did have luck then, though. We will say that I do no longer have luck. So what do you guys think
Interesting.
on this?
I think it'll be close for a while, but I think Matt pulls away in the fourth and wins by a 3 score.
Wow.
I think it's gonna be like me and Jake Witt. It was close for a long time,
Yeah, you're gonna
and
be
then
bringing
it
up
just gets out of
really
hand.
well. You got one. Milky?
Again, I'm gonna have to take the better quarterback. There's just too many questions with Brissett.
He's got the
I'm
Chargers.
sorry, the grizzled
What's the
veteran.
deciding vote? What's the deciding vote falling?
Come on now, it's the Colts. We were talking
Oh,
about this for a while. Colts are one of the best teams in the AFC, if not the best. You know, I think they're the best. I'll come out there and say it. The Colts are the best team in the AFC.
Wow.
I don't think I disagree with that, to be honest.
I don't think there's a person in this world. I mean, he beat the doors off the Broncos, who are the only team that's even close.
I mean,
Well, we
I
get the
think
Broncos.
I think a second matchup have a closer game. I don't
Well,
think
let's get there.
it's
Let's
that
get
far.
We'll
there.
get
It's
there.
Broncos against Jets. Who do we got in this one? To play the
I'm
Colts.
taking Broncos. I think he's gonna have a pretty. I don't know. I don't want to say an easy game, but the
I don't know.
Jets.
Jets guys only
Not to
lost
knock the
one.
Jets, but I think that Broncos defense, Von Miller and Bradley Chubb, is just gonna be too much.
I'll have to agree. I'm going Broncos just because of the defense. I feel like it'll stop them. Probably
Broncos
score
for me
like
too.
17.
Broncos for me.
All right. Colts, Broncos, AFC Championship game. We saw this matchup before. 10-point, I think, win for the
Yeah, it was
Colts.
a 10-point win by the Colts.
Well,
One
this is a new
turnover
game.
combined. You know, I've had a turnover and it cost me. So high scoring. I had a turnover and I couldn't keep up. That's what went down.
Well, it's only two of us are involved. So what is
Yeah,
Milky?
it's on you two guys.
Milky and Trevor.
Trevor, you can start it off.
Trevor muted his mic.
I think that it's gonna be a great game. I think Fallen actually started leading early. I think Matt claws his way back the entire game, and I think he wins by. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna score 27-24. Matt, I think he's going to chip.
Well, it's just an AFC. Jake
Keep
Wood's
in
the home
mind, I
advantage.
get the kick meter every game, so you'd have to kick a field goal there without a kick meter in your
You're right.
scenario.
I will say I had it once. I forget. I think I played Spencer in like another league, and I kicked it right down the middle for an extra point. I'm not trying to brag or anything.
So basically,
That's kind of cheap. I think Matt wins by no kick me.
I was impressed with myself that I kicked it right down the middle. What do you
Yeah,
got,
I think
Milky?
this one's gonna be a dog fight. Without Luck and Brissett, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
matchup in the trenches.
Two low
That
scoring players and
amazing
two.
good Colts O line versus that Broncos elite D line. But
Yeah, Colts definitely won the matchup. That's how the
yeah,
Colts definitely won that first game.
Colts ran it all over the
They just
Broncos.
they dominated that defense and
this
won it.
is this is almost up to a coin flip. It's tough, man. But I think I'm gonna have to. Are you gonna have Ty back for that game?
T-Row will be back for divisional.
I'm gonna have to give it to the team that just has straight up more firepower, and that's the Colts.
That's true.
2-0, so Colts make it through. It's Eagles, Colts in the Super Bowl. It's good. I'm not involved, so I can't vote. It's three of you guys. Two got to go one way. Maybe three.
Well, I think it's going to be Saints, and I think he beat Saints. But I think if Jake Witt makes it to the Super Bowl, I think Jake Witt pulls away. But I don't think he's going to. So
Jake, we're doing it off what we did, and you got
okay,
voted out. So it's Eagles, Colts.
okay.
Debate.
I think Jake Witt beats you.
All right, one for Eagles. Milky, Fallen.
Again, this is another tough decision for me. But like I said before, I want to say the best quarterback wins. But
Only thrown picks the whole year.
I think the Colts find a way to turn him over once or twice, and that'll decide the game. I'm going Colts.
Oh, geez. All right, the commissioner of our league. You decide who wins the Super Bowl, Fallen.
Trevor wins. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Oh yeah, let's go.
In all seriousness, I think the Colts are a very underrated team. Teams sleep on how great they are. Well coached, doesn't make many mistakes. But on the other side, that's exactly what the Eagles are. With the
Yep.
Eagles, you're looking at the MVP possibly putting up one of the greatest seasons we've ever seen. The other side, you've got Brissett, and with Cam Newton rumors rolling around, how good is Brissett going to play in this playoff stretch? Is he going to be a Joe Flacco type, or is he going to shit the bed? When it comes down to it, I think the Eagles have a better roster. Colts, they've got a good roster, but they don't have Andrew Luck. Unless he comes out of retirement, I'm not giving them a shot. Jake Witt's going to win this title and be immortalized as the first ever Rejects champion.
And
Jake Witt. Hope he's listening.
I hope
too.
he
I know
is.
he's
He's
playing
probably out
anyway.
cracking some beer and enjoying it with some friends, you know.
Yeah.
He's definitely the
This
type of guy you
Thursday.
he's definitely a type of guy you can crack some beers with, and
Hey, you guys want to hear like different guys in the voice chat jerk me off?
he's a good guy. He's a good guy for sure. We lucked out. We got a good one with him.
Yep. Yep, he deserves it too. Good for
Sure
him.
does, sure does. That'll be this playoffs is gonna be very exciting. I can't wait.
There's
I
your
think the wild
playoff
card round will be blowouts, but next one after that, fantastic.
should be fun to watch. Obviously, the plans aren't set yet, but they mostly are. Few things could go different.
Could go
For the
differently, but I think it's pretty set.
You got anything else, Fallen? Anyone else coming on?
I'm good. No one else has contacted me for coming on. Quasi's ducking me as usual.
No, you hate to see it.
Swayze hasn't contacted me. We're actually at about an hour and a half, getting close to about an hour and 45.
Everyone's probably done listening anyway.
Yeah,
So.
so we've gone pretty long. I think that's all I've got. Do you guys have anything else you want to say?
No, just
Nope. I'm ready for the
It'll be a fun
playoffs.
playoff
Ready to compete and ready to watch.
If anyone listens to this the whole way, DM me the word Trevor is a cheeser, and we'll see if we can get you something.
That's not a word, but
Yeah, well,
yeah.
DM me Trevor is a cheeser, and we'll know you watched this the whole way through, and I'll see if I can help you out
Now
there.
you're gonna DM people. You're gonna tell people what the DM is. People just straight up like start telling each other word of mouth.
Next question. All right, guys. That's all I've got. We'll stay tuned. We'll hopefully cast some playoff games. The Super Bowl, I won't be casting because I'll be playing in it against Milky, just like old times. So Matt and Trevor might have to step up for that one.
We should have just played an offline league.
Yeah.
Could have the same thing going on.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Quicker, too.
That's all I've got. Stay tuned. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you later.
All right, peace, y'all.